Morning YouTube. It's 40 degrees and I've decided to do some more testing on the mini wash plant. I've got it set up now with here's my tubs and my pipe in between that funnels water back and forth. These are the changes. I am using an RV battery, you see here. Got it hooked up to a 15 amp switch there. Inside here in the tub is my 3,500 gallon per hour pump. I've changed this tub here for a recirculator. It's now a 17 gallon, whereas this one is the 27 gallon. One big change is the sluice isn't where it used to be. They used to use the trap coming out the side, and now this is a sluice that I just built, and these are the silicone mats, which I'll show you a little bit more about here a little bit later. I've changed the top where I've just closed this top end, and this is where you shovel the material in here. And we were having a problem before with a buildup right here for the dirt would come in and it would build up here. So what I've done, see if I can get you a close shot here, is on these spray nozzles here, I've got a big one that shoots kind of here and a smaller one that shoots clear up here in the middle, and the same over on this side, one that crosses here and one that comes out a little bit more this way. And the reason this is here at the top is that I found that the water was coming up and shooting off the edge then, instead of holding it and washing back down into the sluice here, so it can come down and go into through the spray bars and down through the punch plate and drop in to the bottom of the new sluice here. So that's another change. Another change that's made is where this sluice is, I've got a rubber damper up in here underneath to keep the water from coming out that end. And made a change too here on these rear legs. I offset them now so that a little bit more stability, so it doesn't shake near as bad when you're shoveling into it and it's running. But something interesting here, let me see if I can get close enough. Here, boy, I hope you can see that. Let's see. Let me try to get right here, right where my finger is, wherever that is. Right there, under that riffle. You can see the gold here. Right across. There's more over here. I can show you. I can't really get in there, so forget about that. But this is a real heavy dredge cons out of my dredge, and there's riffles that are just full of gold. These are the deep cut V riffles, and I've got 3 sections of that. Then we get down here and we got the fine riffles clear down here at the bottom. So it's working really, really well. It's catching the gold in the upper. I couldn't see any gold in the bottom to speak of. So anyhow, that's it. I thought I'd show you that, and I'm going to fire this up in a minute and see how it's doing this morning. Alright guys, we're up and running. I had to plug these 2 upper nozzles here. They were spraying too far out of the machine, and all these probably silicone those. But now it's working good. It's spraying up there in the middle where it's good. The whole upper's running good. I'm losing a little water over this edge, but I'm catching it in the tub here. I got a terrible leak back here, and the bottom was sluiced off, so it's pulled this apart again. But if you look here, you can see the gold down here in these heavy mats. That's pretty good. And this looks like I've put a lot of soap suds in here, but I didn't. Use a lot of soap when you're making these mats, and it's just cleaning itself out right now, but it helps keep the gold from floating. And you can see I'm losing a little bit here on my pump. It's not transferring, so I'm going to have to shut down. Alright guys, I'm going to try to do this one-handed and see if my pump's, this tube's transferring. I think it is now. When I got this sealed up pretty good, you can see it running here. It's running really nice. So I'm going to take this apart again. As you can see, I'm losing tons of water here, so I've got to take care of that. I'm going to take this apart, do a cleanup, and see what I got to seal on the sluice. Thanks for watching. Alright guys, I'm going to show you this cleanup. Got the mat out. It's just the same old thing. Sorry about that. I didn't have quite enough water in the tub here. I'm using my big pan just because that was what was handy. But you can see this material. Man, it's black sand. Where we work dredging, it's a real high content of magnetite and hematite. And so you end up with these mountains of black sand. It's really hard to pan, but I've been doing it for like 27 years, so get pretty good at it after a while. This takes a little while to get there, you know what I mean? All this material was pre-screened when we cleaned up on the creek to quarter minus. So this is all quarter minus anyhow. So what should be left in here was strictly a little bit of fine. So we'll see what we got here. So this is about 6 scoops of my cons. Let me see if I can get this shook down just a little bit more. A little bit of blonde on top here yet. There we go. We'll get him out of there. Okay, maybe get it back off the riffles. Let's see, I'm not sure how you're going to be able to see this, but I'll try. Hand sideways. I don't do this very often. So there should be some real nice fine in here, but like I say, 6 scoops out of a 2-gallon bucket. We use those little 2 gallons for the black sands because it's much easier to carry when they get really heavy. You know, they're probably 40 pounds when they're full. Yeah, there you can see. Maybe you can't see, but right here there's one. There's another one, 2, 3. Throw the rock. There's some more. 4 or 5. There's more there. There's one, there's one, there's one. But they're really fine, and notice the shot. Look at the lead shot in here. That was all in that cons. And you can see here, there's 3 or 4 more. There's 2 more. there. See them? There's still more up here in the above. There's one. Hope I'm keeping this under the camera because I'm panning sideways here. There. There's one popping up, little bitty guys. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, there's 5 right there, real teeny. One in there. Yeah, this is what we throw in the black sand bucket when we're out on the creek. You can see these. You know, when we're out, we want to stay in the creek and mining rather than trying to clean up this little stuff that we can do later, like we're doing now. And see, it's still coming. There's more coming out here. There's that other. There's one clear up there. So anyhow, that caught with the wash plant running pretty hard, and this mat just did its job. And I'll show you. There's the mat, it's out. You know, and I've got like probably 99% of it out of the mat. The fine mat is a little harder to clean up, and I didn't have access to any spray type water or a spray bottle or anything. This right now, just wanted to see how this did and how everything's working, and it looks like everything is doing just fine.